Understanding the Zeigarnik Effect. How to declutter your mind. Have you ever found that unfinished tasks seem to clutter your mind? Once we complete a task, regardless of its size, it exits our thoughts. However, when we leave a task unfinished, like an incomplete phone call, unwashed laundry, dirty dishes, or an unfinished puzzle, it continues to occupy mental space even as we move on to other activities. This phenomenon is known as the Zeigarnik Effect. What is the Zeigarnik Effect? The Zeigarnik Effect, named after the Russian psychologist who first identified it, explains that the human brain tends to remember unfinished or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. Zeigarnik observed this while studying waiters in a busy restaurant. She found that they could remember unpaid orders remarkably well, but once the orders were paid, the details quickly faded from their memory. This is similar to when students can recall names, dates, and facts while preparing for a test, only to forget this information soon after the test is over. This phenomenon reveals that our brains are wired to remember unfinished tasks better than completed ones. The importance of understanding the Zeigarnik Effect. Why is this important? Recognizing this effect can offer a valuable strategy for decluttering our minds, allowing us to focus more effectively on what truly matters. In Zeigarnik's research, participants were assigned simple tasks like solving puzzles or performing routine activities. Some were interrupted midway, while others were allowed to complete their tasks. When later asked to recall their activities, those who were interrupted were twice as likely to remember the details compared to those who had finished. Unfinished tasks occupy more mental space than completed ones, a common experience for many of us. Now that we can name this phenomenon, we have an opportunity to live with a less cluttered mind. How to declutter your mind. Many of us carry the mental burden of unfinished tasks, often within our own homes. Whether it's a cluttered garage, a half-painted room, an unsorted pantry, a dusty shelf, a small unfinished repair project, or a stack of papers that needs filing, these incomplete tasks occupy mental space. These tasks don't weigh on our minds because they are more important. Our minds give them extra attention simply because they are undone and feel urgent. This is crucial to understand. The urgent often distracts us from the important. Our biggest goals and most significant pursuits receive less attention because unfinished projects clutter our minds. However, we can use this knowledge to our advantage. By completing projects, we free up mental space, reducing stress, and enhancing our ability to focus on what truly matters. 1. Own fewer possessions. The Zeigarnik Effect extends beyond home projects, but as our homes and possessions grow, more mental energy is directed toward managing them. By owning fewer items, we naturally reduce the number of unfinished projects at home. 2. Apply the 1-minute rule. Gretchen Rubin introduced the 1-minute rule. If something takes less than a minute to complete, do it immediately. This rule leverages the Zeigarnik Effect by closing the mental loop on unfinished tasks. 3. Establish routines. Incorporate task completion into your daily or weekly routines. Set aside specific times to tackle unfinished tasks and ensure you allocate enough time to complete them. For example, schedule all of your social media posts for the week on Mondays, so you don't have to think about it afterward. In our homes, we consider cooking, eating, and cleaning up as parts of the dinner process. We rarely move on to another activity without first cleaning the kitchen. Create routines that allow you to complete tasks entirely. 4. Break larger tasks into smaller steps. One principle you can follow is the importance of breaking larger jobs into smaller tasks. Decluttering an entire home can be overwhelming, but breaking it down into manageable tasks, one shelf, one drawer, one corner, makes it more achievable. Life is filled with significant projects and dreams that take time to complete. By breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks, you can complete one step at a time. Finishing smaller tasks, especially household chores, can literally declutter your mind and enable you to focus on larger, more meaningful pursuits. Owning fewer possessions and embracing a minimalist lifestyle can facilitate this process. With fewer items to manage, there are fewer tasks to complete, leading to a simpler, more intentional life where time and energy are directed toward what truly matters. To stay updated with more content like this, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. All Things Simple.